Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Campaign 17 Week 2 Day 4. So today, we covered a video on it last night when it ended up happening, but we ended up getting a buff today to the Celestial Dragons. The standard Celestial Dragons, the ones that actually needed a buff, got moved from 1.6 times to 2.5 times damage. They're actually usable now, though surprisingly not as usable as you would think. They're still in a weird category where they can work, but honestly, I still feel like the Gem Dragons are better than them in most situations. They also got a 1 higher mana cost than before, so basically effectively a 2 higher mana cost now compared to the Gem Dragon counterparts. So I feel like these are more in line with where the Gem Dragons are, but you'd probably still use the Gem Dragons, especially if you want to boost magic. Whereas these only give 1 magic per extra turn, whereas the other ones give 2. Well, technically whenever you take the color, but you know, generally it's 2 extra turns spamming that color. But the really big one, for reasons I do not know, is Stellarix also got buffed. It got the 1 higher mana cost as well, so 32 now instead of 31, which is 2 higher than Diamantina's 30. However, it now hits higher than Diamantina. It is the highest full AoE cast in the game now by quite a margin. It looks a little bit bigger here comparing the 141 to the 96 because it does have boost ratio. But let's say you get like best case scenario, like 10 boost ratio. That's still only 30 into that 126. That's still only 126 to 141. That is still a huge difference. With Stellarix being better. I'm not sure why they buffed it this hard. If even at all. Stellarix honestly didn't need the buff. The other ones make sense. Maybe if they moved all of them to 2.5 times, it would have made a little bit more sense. But I have no clue why they made Stellarix so strong. It is insane right now, and we'll be using it quite a bit after we get done most of the basic stuff. We're probably going to do a whole hour of PvP today, focused primarily on PvP. So we'll probably use the full booster and mess with Stellarix as much as we can during that mode. And I'll pretty much be the game plan. But first, let's go and clear out a couple things. We got some Journey, we got to go poke at a couple other things. Of course, the Journey is still very weak, mostly because Journey troops are still nerfed. Those did not get buffed, unfortunately. So they are still just as useless as they have been. Oh yeah, that reminds me, we also got a mail in the thing. I'm not sure if I can still see it. But they give some kind of compensation thing for the nerf on them that I'm not sure if I can see the message for anymore. Oh, there it is. So hello, adventurers. This week we made changes to the Journey event troops and made them completely useless, balancing them for the health of the game by making Stellarix the most broken thing in the game. As few of these troops had shiny tokens as part of their head start, we are sending some extra shiny keys to you as thanks for supporting the game and as compensation for those recent balance changes. Yeah, we got 20 free shiny keys, so we're up to what, 130 right now? I think it was. Yeah, oh no, 150. We're up to actually that made it go from 130 to 150, but yeah, we're at 150 shiny keys now. So we're still hoarding these for when a good shiny key troop comes out. Though now that the Journey troops can't be the good versions, we're going to have to wait quite a while. If nothing else, they did say they're eventually going to add like Legends and Mythics to shiny keys. There are still 0 Legends or Mythics that could become shiny in the current state of the game. So realistically, I'm probably just hoarding all of them until then. That was kind of originally the plan, though, was doing a couple of the Journey troops that were actually good. But now that none of them will be good, assuming they keep going down the path that they are right now, these are mostly just going to be hoarded until Legends and or Mythics become shiny. Which ones they'll add to it, who knows? But they did mention that will probably happen at some point, so we're basically waiting until that some point at this point. Man, anyways, let's go use the new nerfed Journey troop and clear through this. Anyways, let us say hellos. Hello! And after we clear through these, we'll go mess with Stellarix, probably for most of the stream. Most of what we'll be doing today is pretty Stellarix heavy. Because the whole hour we run PvP will probably primarily be Stellarix teams. Obviously, we're going to still do some Silver Mark grinding. In which case, some of them won't be Stellarix, but a good number of them will. Honestly, I almost feel like using some of the hour boost on Explore 12 just to see what kind of gold rates we can get. Maybe test it for like 15 minutes and just assume the whole hour by timesing it by 4. And just see how much gold we can get in like 15 minutes of doing it. Because honestly, it should be pretty high if you just double cast Stellarix for a quick kill. But anyways, hello Draco, hello Isabel, hello Mark, hello Daddy Shark, hello Yeah, hello Genki. Hello, Isabel. Hello, yeah. Hello, Draco. Hello, Minnie. Hello, Logic Slayer. Hello, everyone else. Welcome, welcome. Okay, what do we need here? I'll try for something off the sky. Didn't get it, but we got all the mana we need. Throw that down. Hopefully it doesn't do anything too crazy. Oh yeah, I forgot. Our damage output is not the greatest right now. Now, what did I do to Journey? The weirdest thing about Journey is they nerfed the troops so hard relative to how bad everything still is. Like, we're actually legitimately almost going to lose this fight. Wait. Hold up. Not to mention you just agiled us. Of course you would. Wait, we're actually going to lose this fight. Hold all the holds. No! We actually legitimately lost a journey fight. Wait, what's going on here? It's a Valraven one, too. Oh, no, wait. Do we actually have to build a super safe team? Do I have to, like, change my hero class to Elementalist? I wasn't expecting to have to go that far with it, but, yeah, I might have to go down the Elementalist route. I think I'm currently using one that's better cast-oriented. But we might actually need Elementalist just to not die. This is a horrible one to die out, too, because of Valraven. Still technically winnable, but we have to depend on, this thing to win. Which is very unlikely. Though technically possible. Hey, if we get lucky enough, he could solo a whole fight. We got this. He only creates 4 gems for 15 mana cost. We got this. Let's see. Well, let's kill the Valraven. Of course, he missed. That's kind of expected with 4 gems. Honestly, even pre-nerf, he probably would have missed that. The pre-nerf, he would have created 6, not 4. Alright, we'll take that over. Can we get anything going? Not if he does that. We don't have a Cascade there, but I can grab a Skull. Double checking anything else. Yeah, we got to go for Skull. So we'll do that. Get an extra turn from that. Kill that out. Valraven, don't run, don't run. Actually, no, do run, do run. I forgot. There's a glitch currently where they get full loot. It would actually be beneficial if he ran. Alright, we did that. Didn't get much out of it, though we did get a little bit of mana. The sad part is we're about to win off of just soloing with this troop. Luckily, despite this troop being bad on ability, he actually does have a pretty good trait setup. He actually has the exact same as Egress. He has Eagle's Eye into Agile. So his trait setup's actually really good, even though his ability is the most useless thing ever. Oh, come on, one more skull! No way we're actually gonna win this. He can't even one-shot me right now. Wait, is my ability enough to kill him? It is, because of double magic. Ooh. We might actually win. I think we just did. He'll attack me, I'll attack him, and that's over. Wow, we somehow won. I'll take it. But yeah, I didn't even show it a single time yet, but the team that we're going to be using when we go for the Explore grind, I'm still not sure where we are going to even do the Explore grind. But we're likely going to run some version of, like, Quick Kill Stellarix. I'm still not sure what version I want to do. Honestly, if we're going somewhere that doesn't have Submerge, I kind of want to go down, I think we can get away with, like, Thrall 50% mana start. Because the reason I had to set up like that earlier was because of the, what's it called, Essentia? The main reason I had it set up the other way was because Submerge counter. So, you know, you don't have to worry about the spell, or you have to spell so you don't have to worry about Submerge or anything. But since we can easily just do it in a location that we know for sure has no Submerge, this will be a little bit more the Explore 12 version of it. And we might actually do this for like 15 minutes. I'll put a timer on the clock and see how much gold we can get in 15 minutes when we mess with it later. Because we're going to use the gold boost ratio thing. And now that actually works properly, like, you know, you can use it in Explore. I kind of want to see how much gold we can get per hour using Stellarix in the current state of game. Because we might start using our weekly booster there, assuming Stellarix isn't getting nerfed. Because it very consistently double shots Explore 12, which is really nice. Yeah, we're going to do that with a gold booster a little bit later stream and see what kind of rate we can get. But anyways, before we get to that, where were we? Let's go finish out Journey event and hopefully not lose, because we're getting dangerously close to doing so. Alright. Let me grab all that, get a little brown there. Alright, we actually have more sigils than what we started with. Oh, so I should probably make this team safer. We almost just lost. Also, hello, Miss Insane Witch. Hello, Cookie. Hello, Michael. Hello, Bill. Hello, Mr. Z. Hello, 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 Michael. Hello, everyone else. Oh, what about the Journey team? What team did he mention? I'm scrolling up, I still can't find it. Oh, you posted a code. Let's see. I went down the Wand of Stars route. Interesting. Yeah, I'm currently using the Ruby thing to try to kill with true damage, but we're starting to get deep enough where that's starting to fall off. Because the whole point of it was to quick kill with true damage. But we're getting deep enough where we can no longer quick kill with true damage. Though I say that, we're actually about to quick kill with true damage. So, never mind. If it works correctly, like, that's what it's supposed to do. It just doesn't do that every battle. Look at how quick that was. The problem is it only does that, like, 1 every 5 times. The other times are, not as good. Yeah, this does infinite loop into itself, and by that I mean it occasionally will. Obviously, its chance of doing so is very low. It's not actually meant to loop. It's more so just some mana accumulation. Sometimes it gives you a really lucky amount of mana accumulation. That's why the Bork is there, too, to offset everything that it doesn't do on its own. But sometimes it just naturally gets the full mana. Yeah, I keep forgetting. This is still technically a money-locked weapon. The Ruby weapon. All three of the components to get it have not cycled free-to-play yet. Keep forgetting about that. Yeah, Stellarix is better than Diamantina. It has about 30% more damage. And has loop potential. All at the cost of only 2 mana costs, which is basically nothing for how much value it is. Yeah, it is really, 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 really good right now. I do feel like they're going to nerf it. Because if they're keeping it like that forever, gosh, is that power creep. It has instantly become like the best troop in the entire game. Like, it was good before. But now it's pretty much just like definitively the best troop in the game. Other than some insta-kill teams that will still be used occasionally. But outside of insta-kill teams, it is basically the best troop overall in the entire game. It has 55% spell reduction, 30% score reduction, can pseudo-loop into its own ability, and has the highest full AoE damage in the game. That's basically everything. Oh, and it covers all 6 colors, of course. It does so for a pretty reasonable mana cost. 32 is not particularly high. Like, it's high, but it's not that high for using all 6 colors. Like, in theory, things like Zolgoth actually have a higher mana cost. And that's mostly because it only uses 3 colors instead of 6. Like, a 3-color that has, like, a 30-something mana cost compared to, like, a 6-color 32 is a huge difference. It's because you could pull from everything. Like, even this 22 mana cost weapon, it can be considered a higher mana cost than a 32 6-color. Just because of, if you're, you know, if you're doing, like, a standard mana accumulation of destroying the whole board, technically, something with 32 mana cost with 6-color is almost like a 16 mana cost with 3-color, which doesn't even really exist in the current state of the game. Like, is that big of a difference if you're just accumulating for everything simultaneously anyways? Like, a weapon like this can almost be considered a higher mana cost than Stellarix. Even though numerically it isn't, but effectively, if you're just using, like, Bork, Thrall, Bogstrider, similar Mass Destroyers, this is effectively a higher mana cost. Unless you're just doing gem spawning. But most mana accumulation these days is Mass Destroy. There are still those double convert and power teams and stuff like that, but in the case of Mass Destroying, it's 6 mana cost troops gain a big benefit from it. I wouldn't even be surprised if they actually nerf Destroy in the near future. Because Destroy is actually stronger than Explode was at its absolute peak. And they double nerfed Explode. It was nerfed from 100% to 70% mana, and then from 70% mana to 50% mana. And in both instances, it was basically pointless. Especially once it went down to 50%, because then it just got completely phased out for other options. Most notably Destroy these days. Also, hello, Tyrion! Welcome, welcome. Wait, I didn't read your first comment. What was your first comment? Let's see. Yes, welcome to Gems of Stellarix. Stella! That's funny. But yeah, Stellarix is really broken right now. And the worst part is, by the time they rebalance it again, because they're definitely going to nerf it. By the time they rebalance again, people who are trying to go for Stellarix are going to have then a nerfed Stellarix. Because I do feel like they're going to nerf it to some kind of middle ground. I'm very doubtful they're going to keep it that strong. And if they do, that is a new level of power creep. Like, we're already, as all games do, just naturally over time, start heading towards power creep. But that is, like, mega power creep. It's just the best for too many things now. Because at least before, Diamantina still had, like, a better full AoE than it. So, you know, there was still a use case for it. Now there's literally no point in even getting Diamantina. You would just go straight for Stellarix every time. It also basically phased out almost every other dragon in the game. Because dragons are a pretty heavy category that are all based on basically hit all enemies. And now every single one of them will never get used compared to Stellarix. With very few exceptions, like maybe Wardbreaker or a few other handful like that. That are unique enough to kind of still stand out a bit. But anyways, what do we still have to do? I think I might stall. Oh yeah, we get a new faction tomorrow. I almost forgot about that. Actually, we get it in like 6 hours from now, gosh. My sleep schedule has been so weird. It's one of the reasons I was actually able to record it last night. because I was still up at like 3 a.m. or 2 a.m., whatever it was. And I got a message. It wasn't from Tyrion. Tyrion did message me last night for something related, but it was actually from someone else beforehand. I can't remember who it was, actually. It wasn't on Discord, I think it was on YouTube. And it made me realize, oh wait, they actually rebalanced the dragons. I checked the forum, it's like, oh yeah, they did. And then we did a video on it, because I was still up at the time. But I almost forgot, we have a new faction in, oh, we get a new pet on Wednesday too. But we have a new faction in 5 hours and 44 minutes from now. Like, that's, like, so soon. It doesn't feel like it's so soon, but yeah, it's so soon. Honestly, I need to go take a nap before then. Because I am pretty tired right now. Alright, what was I doing? I go clear out dailies. Anything good? Oh, no! Ooh, silence. Let's go test the Stellarix team. He doesn't have impervious, but, give me some cleanse. Also, apparently we have to do a delve today. That's not ideal. Go to games, go to dungeon. But yeah, let's go mess with Stellarix. Go do a lot of Stellarix messing around today. Hello, Eggplant Man! Welcome, welcome. Also, hello, Eric, if I didn't already say hi. Welcome, welcome. What team were you mentioning? Let's see. With purple weapon, sorcerer with purple weapon, Stellaric, Mismer. Oh, you went for the high damage option? Honestly, I don't think we're gonna need it. Does it really need more damage? Like, what mode do you need higher damage on for it? Like, I haven't tested on Volkies yet, but I'm pretty sure it one-shots Volky without extra damage. It 2 shots Explore 12. What does it need higher damage for? Like, you'd most likely want to go just all in mana. Or Dispel with mana, depending on the battle you're doing. As long as it has enough to one-shot, it doesn't really need more than that. Oh, I just wanted to see how high it could go. One other option for that, too, if you actually truly need it. Oh, wait, why am I doing that? Whoops. That was a bit of a mistake. Luckily, he got all his mana back, but obviously we can't explode right now as there's nothing to feed mana to. Come on, Orpheus Metal. Go, go, go. Alright, double turns with nothing. Come on. There we go. The most important one. Our entire team just got full mana. Oh, and he just full missed. No! Yeah, Stellarix does still do that. As strong as it is, they did not increase its extra turn rate. It does still just full miss sometimes. Relatively rarely, but it does still happen. I was gonna say, oh no. I was looking at the other one, like, oh, I can just match them together. I keep thinking that, like, oh, yellow and purple will count for each other. The star does, the other gems don't. Like, I just tried to match a Umbral Star purple yellow yellow as a 4 times. You can do that if it was double Umbral Star, but not double the other thing. Like, you can't mix and match the colors. I've actually done that a couple times now. Wondering why it isn't working. I don't know, is Stellarix even worth running on these? It seems quick. I think it is. And that was against the worst stats effect, too, of Silence. We didn't really get to see it properly because we did have to deal with Silence, so we'll get to see it tomorrow on that. Oh yeah, that reminds me. We have a lot of Volkies to open. I might be doing that this weekend. We have 606 Volkies. We don't need any magic anymore to kill them. So this this campaign is pretty noteworthy in that you actually is the first campaign ever we get no magic. This has never happened before, where an entire campaign we get no extra magic. And one thing that you could normally use that for in the past was like Diamantine or something strong in order to one-shot the Volt keys at the end of the season. But now that Stellarix just got mega buffed, I think he just already one-shots. I am pretty sure. I don't see any reason why he wouldn't do enough damage to one-shot here. Let's go see. We do this. We cast. It one-shots. Rinse, repeat. Win. That seems pretty broken. Might have to open all the Volkies this weekend. I guess we'll open 5 more for now just to get to a nice solid 600. But yeah, I think this weekend we're going to run like 200, 200, 200 or something. Or maybe 300, 300 because most of Friday we'll be doing a new faction. But, yeah, that does do it. Also, keep in mind, Stellarix is usable in every faction as well. Obviously, with 2 colors per faction, he covers every color, so there will never not be a situation where you can't. The mana accumulation options for him could vary, though. Like, obviously, something like purple would be a little bit more ideal, or something that you can give them 50% mana start for, or something similar. But you don't need them necessarily. And more so, the coloration more so just determines how easily and accessibly he can get his mana. But otherwise, once he gets going regardless. Hey, look at how quick this is. We don't even need anything. It just one-shots it. It is so good. I do feel like they're going to nerf this, though. And this is just a new standard of power creep for the game, which I guess it could be. I really got to consider rebalancing some other stuff, though. And I mean by that, not nerfing journey troops into the ground, but, you know, buffing things to match even remotely 10% of this thing's power. Yeah, this is very over-the-top strong right now. It's really fun, though. Gotta use it while we can, because I don't feel like it's gonna stay like this. But anyways, oh yeah, we got a class event today. I should probably do that at some point. I can't use Stellarix for it, though, which sadly. But we'll probably still do it for our 25 gems. Speaking of which, let me do adventure board. Anything good on adventure board? Oh, anything good. Yeah, a lot of good. We got 35 gems and some yellow deeds. And Imperial. Actually, all of it's good. Let me go grab that. You know what? Let's use Stellarix team. Why not? It's a pretty Stellarix heavy stream as well. Which we're probably going to go for a while tonight as well. Because we're going to do probably a whole hour of booster. A decent portion of which I actually want to test and explore to see what kind of gold rate we can get. Any good medals, Stella team? Wait, what do you mean by that? You mean for Explore 12, or? Because we're pretty much using the Explore 12 team now. The one we're using right now is pretty versatile for almost everything. The only thing this team really lacks is it has no Dispel. So you basically have to retreat if the enemy has Submerge. That or keep spamming it until it takes a skull or you can get enough skulls to whack it. It's the only big downside of having it this way. Is there's no room to put a Dispeller or Curse on the team. Yeah, farming medals team with Stellarix, it would just be this on Explore 12 in a location that doesn't have Submerge. We'll be doing it for about 15 minutes once we get to our gold booster up. Because I'll be testing how much gold we can get per hour. It just times however much we get in 15 minutes by 4. I need to go a little bit deeper into PvP first, though, so we can actually get the booster down. Let's go clear out all these. A one-shot you're calling shenanigan? Wait, for what? Whose message was that referring to? But it does one-shot a lot of stuff. One thing I haven't tested yet is pet battles. I haven't actually had the chance to do a pet battle with this yet. Oh, one-shot Explore 12? Wait, what are you doing it with? The only way you could possibly one-shot it is if you give it Empress. And the way that we could do that is replace Essentia with Empress and move Stellarix to last slot. I could try that real quick. But yeah, you would have to move Stellarix to last slot and put Empress anywhere on the team in front of your Leprechaun. I feel like it would be about the same speed, though, because Empress doesn't always get extra turn. Let me try it real quick, though. Unless there's a different way to one-shot that I'm not aware of. But the main way that you would one-shot is, it'd be Stellarix, if I can spell it right. Stellarix. Leprechaun, Empress. Leprechaun. Oh, I can't even type. Empress. And I guess we'll still keep a Thrall just for mana. You put that there, you put that there, you put that there. And that'll be the team. We go purple, green, and we're good to go. I'm sure we'll do that one since more people have it. Alright, but yeah, Thrall, Empress, Leprechaun, Stellarix. Is this actually one-shot Explore 12? I didn't bother testing this earlier. I assume so. Is it going to be about the same speed as double casting Stellarix, though? Unless you get extra turn on Empress. But otherwise, it's same speed, pretty much. It also doesn't even always one-shot, apparently. Unless I'm doing something wrong. Am I set to magic right now, or cleanse? Because if I'm set to magic right now, I think just running double Stellarix is more consistent. Because anything with spell reduction is going to live. Yeah, I am on max damage right now. There's just some other way to do it that I'm not aware of. I can't think of anything that would be quicker than Emperor's for that. A really slow start. Right, there we go. Get her mana. Cast that. Boom, boom, dead. Okay, he keeps living barely. Is it because he gets 10% this week or something? That might be why. Like a battle like this, we should be able to one-shot. We're getting really unlucky not getting our mana at the start. There we go. That's what it's supposed to do. And I still like double casting Stellarix, to be honest. Yeah, Explorer 12 is very fast now. It is absurdly fast. And I think I still like the double cast Stellarix build. Oh, we got the high spell reduction guy. Oh no. It's not even worth taking a skull. I believe he also has skull reduction. At some point he'll die. It's that really annoying tanky one. Ah, there we go. Even against that, it still dies like nothing. Hey, a chest. Nothing. Wow, super nothing. I thought the chest during the video earlier was bad. That's even worse. Anyways, what are we doing? What have we not finished out yet? Adventure board, check. Campaign, check. Event. Oh yeah, I need to go do the event. Journey, check. Underspire, I'll probably stall it till tomorrow, to be honest. Here, by the torches. Let's do more torches this weekend. Check. Alright, what else have we not done? Let's just do the class event, I guess. Mention a team on Monday's video. It is... Summer's here. Archer class. We don't have much options, but we're running, into whatever your best green weapon is into full AoE damage. Not the greatest, but, hey, free 25 gems. Take it real quick. Keep saying I can't use the weapon. We can, though. Out of curiosity, what's the strongest green weapon we have? Let's see. I could do Deathbringer. Is it worth doing? It's not that much more damage for how much more cost it is. Let's stick with War and Peace. If you have to cast Buff or Fairy Fire, yeah, if you have to do any kind of extra support, it technically isn't one-shot. Like, it is and it isn't. I do personally feel like just double casting with him is better. Because he normally gets most of his mana back. Like, he does miss, but it's very rare that he, like, full misses. Like, it's really bad when he does, but it's pretty rare. And as long as you're using, like, a Throw or something, even if he full misses, it doesn't take that long to get it back. Just get your Throw up and click him once, and you're already at full mana again. At least until they nerf Mass Destroys. Honestly, if anything's going to get nerfed, I think that's the next thing to get nerfed. Is how Mass Destroys currently work. Mostly in the sense that they kind of just give you infinite mana. For on very cheap troops as well. Because I feel like Destroy might end up getting the nerf that Explode does. Where it only gives 50% of the mana. Though even then, that's still a lot of mana. You full Destroy a board, you're still getting 32 mana. Well, minus whatever skulls or anything are on it. Hey, level up. It's still a lot of mana, even at 50%. Also, if they were to ever destroy troops, all that's going to do is just make convert troops, like double empower teams and stuff like that, become really prevalent again. Not that they're not even being ran now. Obviously, they're still even being ran right now, even though they haven't gotten even nerfed yet to destroy troops. But if they were to ever, like, super ultra nerf Mass Destroy, it's just going to be replaced by single empower, double empower teams. And obviously, Leprechaun's still going to be just as strong. Like, if they nerf Mass Destroy, Leprechaun just becomes even stronger. It's the only thing that really does. It's in case of situations where you'd only want one mana accumulator, you would always just run Leprechaun instead of, like, Throw or something. if you had to choose only one. To some degree, even now, pre-nerf, it's already that way. Like, there's a lot of times, if you had to choose only one mana accumulator, going Leprechaun. But it depends on your team. Or if you have to multicast or not. Because normally you pick, like, Thrall and the Mass Destroyers when you need to cast more than once. But if you only need one cast, you normally just go Leprechaun. A lot of times. Even though it gives half as much mana. But it gives you that mana way quicker because you don't have to worry about starting board. Well, you still have to worry about there being some greens on it, but you know. You don't have to worry about starting board as much of like a Thrall team. Because on Thrall, if there's no purple on starting board, you're wasting like at least 30 seconds just doing turns until you get a green. I mean, until you get a purple. Whereas Leprechaun just skips that, of course. Yeah, I was considering using Diamond Ring. I did see that there. I just went down the War and Peace route. I actually forgot what that weapon even does. I know that's an option. I forgot how good it was. The Fire and Ice one does do quite a few things, doesn't it? There's like multiple effects. I never really bothered using it much. Oh, not that one. Wait, what's the ring called again? Also, thank you, Lester, for the 69. Greatly appreciated. Adding to the... Oh, gosh. Alright, deal damage to all enemies, freeze and burn all enemies, create 3 giant ones of both of those two. Oh, it has extra turn potential. I'll mess with it. It's been a while since I've ran this. I should probably do a different banner, though. I need, like, green, blue. +2 green, +1 blue, minus something we don't use. We technically don't use brown. Like, we do use brown, but we don't actually use brown. Dev should ask a 6-color empowered exploder. Could you imagine? That seems perfectly balanced. Also, what are you doing surviving with 1 singular HP? It's been a while since we've ran this ring. I didn't use it too much because it was so close to when we got Diamantina. And of course, Diamantina was more of the focus. But yeah, similar to the Orbit, this ring's not too bad. You don't use it that often. Like, it's very rarely best in slot, but when you're under certain restrictions, it can be. When you have options of everything, you would normally not use this one. Whereas the Orbit, you still could. But there are some situations where you still bring it out. Mostly from the extra turn chance. This is a really annoying weapon to get, though. You basically have to own Diamantina to have this weapon. Not literally, but you're pretty much already at that point. Oh, wait, oops! That does damage... I thought it did damage to the first 2 enemies. It actually does damage based on the enemy you target and the one below it. So if I would have targeted first slot, that would have killed both. That's a really weird way that he distributes his damage, but yeah. For me to have killed there, I would have had to hit first slot to make it work. Do I have convert? Yeah, I do. Ooh, full miss. Unfortunate. Oh yeah, we haven't given out a pet code in a while. We do have a pet code for this month, though. I don't remember what it's for. But I do have a pet code. I'm just not sure when I'm handing it out this month. But yeah, we do have one this month, and we'll probably have Lunar New Year one next month, I would assume. I think we'll have the Australia Day one for this month. I don't know, does anyone know when Australia Day is? I'm not from Australia, so I don't know. Like, because the devs are based there, they do hand out a pet for it. And I believe that's what my pet is actually for. I can't remember what day it's on. But apparently it's sometime this month. Did I do the mochi dance? No, I did not do the mochi dance during the other stream. It was a funny dance, though. Yeah, Barbecue Day, aka Australia Day. It's on the 26th, okay. It's pretty late in the month. Okay, we'll be handing one out. Actually, speaking of handing it out, we'll hand out 2 codes this stream. We'll hand out one right now and one in a little bit. We haven't even handed out a code yet. But yeah, apparently on the 26th, I guess I'll hand it out then. If that's the date for the holiday. Alright, there you guys go. Enjoy. We'll have another code in a little bit. Let's see. We'll throw that down. Yeah, I believe I got like the 2019 or 2020 version of the Australia Day pet. For any of you that don't have it. Can't remember what its name was. We'll find out when we hand it out. Oh, gosh, my neck is sore. Not sure if I slept on it weird or what. Oh, we can actually double here. And actually click the correct targets this time. So hello, Scott. Welcome, welcome. Alright, 2 more fights. Claim our 25 gems. And then I guess we're messing with PvP for the rest of the stream. Because I think today's the day we're going to just run the hour booster. Might as well. It's going to take a little while, but that's fine. First we got to get to the hour booster, though. I think we still have to do like a couple sets of PvP to actually get there. Valraven. Actually, I don't even need that Valraven. Plus, even if it runs away, we still get kill credit for it. I don't think they fix that glitch until next patch. Next patch probably in the next couple of weeks. Ah, there we go. Claim our free 25 gems real quick. There we go. Alright, I believe that's everything. Oh yeah, pet battle. I don't need this pet, but I do want to test something. Let's go test, now that we don't need this build anymore. Let's go test, actually let me just copy paste it from the thing, it'll be a lot quicker. Which one? This one? Let's roll with this one. I want to see if this can one-shot the final fight. It will definitely two-shot it. I want to see, like, can it one-shot, the 7th battle? Because this was something I was mentioning, like, oh, we probably won't have an option that does that for quite a while. But I think we're at quite I think we might be at the point where quite a while has now passed. But, I'm not sure if this one-shots Explorer 7. I mean, not Explorer 7, I mean Pet Battle 7. I haven't gotten a chance to test this on a Pet Battle yet. Let's see how good it does. So we know we'll be able to one-shot the 6, of course. The question is if it one-shot 7. It definitely can't one-shot 8, that's for sure. I don't think it will ever reach the point. We would need so much power creep to be able to one-shot 8. But we might be at one-shot 7. If you have no problem for the code, we'll have another one in a little bit. And definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps a lot and is greatly appreciated. Oh, it's the Aussie pet? Yeah, we'll hand that out on the 26th then. Alright, we'll take that one over. Get a Thrall. We're almost at the moment of truth. Can it finally one-shot Explorer 7? I mean, I keep saying Explorer 7. Can it one-shot Pet 7? I sure hope so. Even if it doesn't, that's not even too big a deal. You just double cast it. Alright, almost at the moment of truth. So this one we already know for sure it'll one-shot. This one's not within the question. Now, here's the one I'm curious about, and the whole reason why I'm even doing this right now. Does it one-shot Explorer... I keep saying Explorer. Does it one-shot Pet Battle 7? Looks like it might be a little short. Yeah, it's a little short. It is very close, though. That is surprisingly close to one-shotting 7. But no, it is still slightly short. But a lot closer than I was expecting. Depending on what battle it is, if it's weak enough, it might be able to. Or still a few magic short of actually doing it. And obviously there's no way it's going to one-shot Explorer 8. I mean, I keep saying Explorer. Pet Battle 8. But it still dies so quick it doesn't even matter. There we go. Yeah, we got 2 Chompies. I don't need them, obviously. I just did that to test Stellarix. Alright, anyways. We did every daily except Underspire, which we're just going to stall a day. Alright, let's go do PvP now for the rest of the time. So we're going to do a little over an hour of PvP, though 15 minutes of it will be explored, so I can test the gold rate. So right now I need to do PvP until we can get the booster. So I need to go get like 500 more points, get to 5,700. And then we'll go claim it again, assuming that 1,000 glitch still works, which it might. And then we'll go from there. Hey, we got a color we can actually mess with it on. So let's go straight to Stellarix team. course, we're restricted to purple, but that doesn't really change much. Honestly, it's still pretty much the exact same team. The only thing we're really lacking is 50% mana start here. But otherwise, the same thing. And luckily, we have Dispel in this one, so we don't even need to worry about Submerge. Which is one nice benefit of this. It's slightly slower than the other one, but it has a Submerge counter. Gosh, that is perfectly balanced. I still can't believe they buffed it this much. There's no way this thing doesn't get toned down just a little. It's like one of the weirdest out of nowhere buffs since like Web Spinner got mega buffed for no reason. That one was even more out of the blue. At least this one made sense because obviously they were at some point going to buff the normal Celestial Dragons. It's just a little weird that Stellarix also got buffed with them. Ooh, that's a bit of a miss. We'll do that. Somehow not full mana, but also somehow extra turn. Also, I didn't take it 5 times. Why did I do that? Why on earth did I do that? I could just taken 5 times and had full mana. Whoops. Saw the first turn I saw, but didn't see it was 5 timesable. Took it for 4 instead. Alright, one more fight here, and I should probably check my VP. Actually, we might already be there. Oh, we already... Oh, no, we're not. I need 5,700. So we do this fight and, like, 1 or 2 more fights. And then we'll go run our boosters. I'm going to test it initially in... Explore. Get our initial gold rate. And then get a timer up for 15 minutes. And just times that number by 4. And see how much we can realistically get within an hour. Though not all of it will be in Explore. We're just going to test it initially in Explore and just go to PvP the rest of the time. Alright, I think we need 1 or 2 more fights, then we'll go claim it, get our gold number, go from there. Where do we get sent to? Get sent to Stormheim, which means we're doing middle. Hello, middle. I'm using the wand version. Let me use the Essentia version here. We're allowed to use anything. As long as they don't have Submerge, it should be a fine. The problem is if they do have Submerge, we have a problem. Let's just hope they don't have Submerge. Alright, 1 more fight should do it. So we get like a really low VP number. Oh, what on earth? Why is my... What? Someone has 4 Horde Mimics set. But it got glitched out to a Lance Knight there. But, yeah, they're definitely level 2,000 something. That checks out. 4 Horde Mimics. Amazing. The game doesn't even know how to process it. It doesn't even show as 4 Horde Mimics. There we go. Alright, let's go claim this. And now let's go do an hour of boost. But before we do, let me go type into chat my current gold number. So I don't forget what it is. It is 8787111. Well, that's kind of easy. 560. Okay, that is our current amount of gold. And now for 15 minutes after we go use this booster, I'm going to go do Explore. I guess in Golvania, probably. I'm going to use the Essentia team on Explore 12 in Golvania, this one, and see how much gold I can get in 15 minutes and times that by 4. Alright, let's go start it up. Because supposedly, actually not supposedly, we even checked it earlier. The gold boost does properly work in PvP now as of the last week or 2. And I've never really had the chance to use a gold farming team on Explore 12. So, yeah, let's go do it now. And see how much gold we can get within an hour by doing it for 15 minutes and then probably do the rest in normal PvP. Or knows, maybe we'll just do it all in Explore, we'll see. But for now, we're just going to do 15 minutes to see what we can get. Just times it by 4, and that'll basically be an hour. Alright, let's click claim. Click claim again, because for whatever reason, that still gives you the extra 1,000 VP. They should probably fix that. Alright. Let's go do Golvania. Oh, I forgot to start a timer. Oh, no! Wait, we'll just have to keep track of 15 minutes. That's fine. It's basically the end of the hour. I clicked the button for the timer, but I forgot I haven't opened the timer, so it didn't do anything. It was just me pressing a button that did nothing. Pretend there's a timer ticking down. We're technically ticking up. What was the question about Underspire? I can't see it because I can't scroll at the moment. So I can't see anything that's not invisible sight. Does it work in Explore as well? Yeah, the Stellarix team works in Explore. We're doing it right now. It works everywhere. Assuming you can use Stellarix for it. Like in any mode, Stellarix can be used, it works. Yeah, see how much gold we can get in 15 minutes. Times that by 4, see what its hourly rate is. Yeah, we're using the money booster right now. It didn't used to work in Explore, but that was a bug, and they actually have fixed that bug. They fixed it about 2 or 3 weeks ago. Oh, that's a bit of a miss. A little unfortunate, but that's what Thrall was here for. Yeah, that slows this team down a lot when it happens. It's eventually inevitable. There's not too much counterplay to that unless you're going to use Hourglass every single time, which can slow it down a little bit. It's good for something like PvP or something similar when you need it to be more consistent. But for quick kill battles, you're probably not really going to be using Daughter of Time. She's good when you don't want to lose, but she's not as good for going as quick. She does damper your time quite a lot. Oh, he better not get Lincoln through. I see. That is a bit of a problem. Oh no, that was the battle too. That is one slight issue with any team based entirely around one troop. He's got 15% lycanthroped. It's gonna hurt our timer. Luckily, that could happen on any hour or so. Maybe we'll be more accurate now. That does happen sometimes. There's one big issue with him, actually. Even though he has really high skull and spell reduction, he has no impervious or anything. So he's still hit by every status effect. Also, Govania might not be the best place for this if there's a 10% troop here this week. Though in all fairness, isn't it a beast to have 10% this week? Because pretty much every kingdom in existence has a beast in it. It's gonna be kind of hard to avoid. Do it in Kedar. Does Kedar have no beasts? I just sworn they had like some kind of bone skeleton thing. They could try Kedar. Because ideally we need a place that has no 10% this week. Or spell reduction. Up this place has beasts. This isn't gonna work. Let's go back to Govania then. Well, I guess at least this place doesn't have... Well, we'd have to deal with Deathmark, though. I was gonna say, we don't have to deal with lycanthropy here, but we're still gonna have to deal with Deathmark. Yeah, there's still a lot of stuff we can't one-shot here. Is there any location that just does not have beasts in it? It's a very common typing that almost every kingdom has. Actually, Nexus might not, now that I think about it. No, it does. I'm trying to think of a single location that has no spell reduction and no beasts in it. The list is very small. Okay, we'll take that one over. Love to get some purple mana. Hellcrag? Trying to think. Does it? 1 HP, what are you doing? I can try it. Nexus has 1. Hellcrag, give it a shot, might as well. This place is mostly Daemons and Construct, so... Nope, it does have a beast as well. Is there any kingdom that even has 0 beast in it? Yeah, I can't think of any on the top of my head. A kingdom with no beast and no spell reduction. And no revive on death. We need to have all 3 of them. Yeah, there's a lot of places that have submerge. Like Merlantis might be that way, but it has a bunch of submerge, so you can't go there. There's a lot of things you have to avoid. You have to avoid resummon on death, spell reduction, and in this case, all beasts this week. Like, they can't revive, they can't have empower, they can't have, what am I trying to do here? Both of those are wrong. Wait, that's also wrong. Wait, that still worked, though. Wait. But, yeah, you have to avoid all the really annoying mechanics. And with the 10% beast thing this week, I'm not sure if there's any kingdom that actually fits every parameter. Luckily, this beast is weak enough to actually die to it, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Because it's a higher attack beast, so its durability isn't as good. Alright, 9 more minutes, and we'll get to see how much we did in the hour. Or within the 15 minutes, and then just multiply it out to figure out what we got in an hour. That is the game plan. And this was definitely on the slower side for the time as well. This is going to be definitely a low ball estimate. In about 8 more minutes, we'll figure it out. About halfway through. And the rest of this timer I'll be using in just standard PvP, probably. We could technically utilize it the whole time in Explore, but I don't want to spend a whole hour doing Explore 12. We could, but, not today. Because after we finish this and get the calculation, we'll probably just spend the rest of the time in PvP. As we wait out the rest of the booster. Oh yeah, that's what you want to avoid. Alright, let's get out of this kingdom. Where can we go? Where can we go? Does Nexus have spell reduction? Because I think it only has one beast, and I think that one beast is low enough durability that it will die. Nexus. Go over there. I think Nexus might work. I believe there's only one beast here, and I don't believe it has any spell reduction. I don't believe it has any of the revive mechanic, because they all have that weird trait summoning thing. It does delay the turn quite a bit, though, unfortunately. So it might not even be worth doing. Oh, and they have Submerge. Yeah, I can't do it here. They have Submerge here. That's the other thing you have to look out for. Because this team has no, actually, I might as well just retreat. Well, I kind of should play it out. There we go. And then we skull it. Submerge is the other really annoying one. A lot of these teams do carry anti-submerge. This one does not. I'm about to just head back to Golvania, honestly. This place at least doesn't have any of those weird 25% revives or submerge or anything like that. Midnight? Oh yeah, Midnight might work. Does Midnight have any revive on death or spell reduction? Because those are the two main ones I actually forget. But I don't think it has any beasts, so you know what, let's go try Midnight. Which we're hopping to like every kingdom. Let me just finish out this one real quick though. Then we'll go head over to Midnight. Oh, it has a spell reduction? Oh, that place isn't going to work then. Oh, and it has a beast? Okay, never mind. That's not going to work. I can't think of a single one that fits every category. Hey, we got an Anu. Honestly, I'm just going to stick with Golvania. We're just hopping around too much. It's probably not the most optimal place to be doing it with right now, but I don't know, I can't think of one that avoids every single bad parameter this week. There's just so much we have to avoid. Does Blackhawk work? What does Blackhawk have for Submerge, though? They might only have Submerge cast, though, rather than Submerge on trait. Because that place does have Submerge. I was not sure if there are any traded Submerges. Oh, why did I do that? I already had mana. Whoops. Hello, Jamie. Welcome, welcome. All right, 5 more minutes and we'll get our final count, and then we'll do the math on it and figure out how much gold we get per hour with this team. And whatever we're doing right now is definitely a low ball estimate. On most weeks, you'll be able to do this way better because you're not going to have a 10% beast in like every location in the game. So you actually be able to consistently two-shot everywhere. Well, not everywhere, but you know. A lot more locations than where you can right now. A lot more consistently. This is actually a really bad week for it due to 10% beasts. It's one of the more common types in the entire game, as far as like almost every kingdom having one. Oh, no extra turn. I was hoping there'd just be one randomly on yellow or something. Luckily, the destroys that we get off the X's actually are enough to kill a lot of times. Oh, we got Anu's back-to-back. Actually, we got the exact same chest back-to-back. What's going on? The first chest we got was an Anu and then a guard, and the chest immediately after was an Anu and a guard. Go figure. It seems like all kingdoms have pretty much one beast. Honestly, it does feel like that. Like, I can't off the top of my head think of a single kingdom that I can definitively say has no beast, no submerge, or no spell reduction. I can't think of a single one that doesn't have, or no revive. Can't think of a single one that avoids every single mechanic. Though normally you don't have to avoid beast every single week, just this week. But those other restrictions combined with need to avoid beast is kind of impossible. Based on current existing kingdoms. Not even Midnight avoids it. Because apparently it has one beast and one spell reduction. I'm curious how much money this comes out to. If I had to guess, I want to say, I have to keep in mind it's doubled. So that means we should be getting about 250,000, if not more, within this time. And whatever we get, we times by 4. We got about 2 minutes left. What are you doing surviving with 2 HP? And gaining even more health, meaning I have to go cast all over again? Oh, yeah, I forgot. You have Mega Spell Reduction. I almost forgot this trip even exists in Golvania. This one mythic that's completely useless, but is actually really annoying to kill. That's how little I've done Explore 12 lately. That thing's been out for like a little over a year now. And I kind of forgot that even resides in Golvania. Just because it's such a dead content troop. Oh, that's a bit of a miss. I'll take that over. Alright, one more solid minute. Pretty much at the end of the hour. And we'll have our time. So how much gold are we getting per fight? We're getting about 5 to 6k per fight. Probably a bit closer to 6k. It's hard to tell. Let's see, how much do we get for this fight? Wow, 3 beasts and they all live. What's going on here? Yeah, we're getting about 6k a fight, it looks like, on average. Golvania troops are dead content. More like undead content. Ha ha ha. Alright, we'll give it about 30 more seconds. I think like 2 or 3 more fights. Probably squeeze in. I think we squeeze in one more fight. We're on the mythic fight. And then we'll get what our tally is. I'll take the blue. We did do a little bit of hopping around, so that would have slowed down the time. We also have an annoying 10% beast in like every kingdom this week, which also slows it down a little. So this is like worst case scenario. Oh, wow, a mimic. Okay, let me go take this real quick. All right, let me stop the timer though before we take it. All right. Well, I don't have a timer going. Yep, there we go. 15 minutes it looks like. And with all the menuing, you can basically just kill all that 15 minutes. Okay, let me go do the tally now. So we got up to 87394. So let me get a calculator real quick. We're wasting some booster here, but that's fine. I don't really care about those resources too much. 37394 912, which is the number we have in the corner right now, subtracted by the number we had earlier, which was 87,001 repeating, basically. 87,111,560. And that comes out to 283,352. Times that by 4 is 1.1 million per hour. That's a lot of gold. That's over 1 million gold per hour, even in worst case scenario. And that was pretty slow because of all the beast things. But yeah, that's over 1 million gold an hour. We're also getting some soul boost from it too, but obviously we're getting almost no souls. But yeah, doing what we were just doing is over 1 mil an hour. Though you do have to keep in mind we do have how much gold bonus from VIP? Where's my VIP bonus? Oh, we are getting 100% gold bonus from VIP. Obviously 100% from armor, though you could do this free to play too with gold armor. 5% from pet, but you could do that too. The only one that would be different is the VIP bonus. Yours could be lower and or higher. But ours is right in the middle. Because I think you could have as high as 200% and as low as 0, obviously. So we're right in the middle percent of VIP bonus. So ours should be perfectly average, technically. And of course that 5% is just free. Just get the pet. But anyways, let's go use up the rest of this. Not an Explorer though. Let's go do some PvP. Though we could technically do it all in Explore if we really want to be efficient with it. But I don't feel like doing 40 minutes of Explore. So we're going to do some PvP. Obviously we won't get as good of value, but we'll still get some value from it. Anyways, let's go do some silver mark farming for the rest of the time, I guess. Get that PvP grind in there. And obviously we'll still throw Stellarix teams wherever we can. As this is a pretty Stellarix heavy stream. So we'll be seeing a lot of it going forward, especially if it doesn't get nerfed from what it is right now. Like if you have it, there's no reason not to be using it for almost everything. Until it gets nerfed, of course. Which I don't see this thing not getting nerfed. I'd be more surprised with it not getting nerfed than nerfed. Oh, there we go. Though I believe whatever nerf they do to it, if they do nerf it, it's still going to be stronger than original Stellarix. But it's probably going to be weaker than what it is now. Like, if I had to guess, they're going to bring its magic down to 2.5 times, the same as the other Celestial Dragons. Even then, just his higher base magic will be enough to carry it. Because if I'm not mistaken, he has like almost like a 5-10 higher base magic than the other ones. Like, it's a decent amount. Actually, we can check it over here. If I go to my collection, how much higher is his base magic? Because his base magic is 45, whereas the others are 39. So even by default, he's getting more value from his thing, even at the exact same ratio. But on top of that, it's also getting, you know, 3 times right now instead of 2.5. Which is quite a bit more damage. And the main thing that makes that so much stronger is his extra turn potential is really high. Not like perfectly high, but a lot higher than the normal Celestial Dragons. Comparatively. Because not only does he have boost ratio for extra turn based on skulls, but he also has it based on, I'll take this one, I guess. Oh, wait. Am I using... Oh, yeah, okay. Good, I am. I was like, wait, am I even using Stellarix on his team? Yeah, we are. But, what was I just saying? But yeah, he has extra turn potential not just off of the board when he creates his stars, but he also has it off of a flat 10% plus 4 per skull. It's like right now, he already had like a 50% chance, 54% chance to extra turn plus whatever the stars do, which can also extra turn. And with the average amount of skulls on the board, it's normally like a 30-40% chance into whatever the stars end up doing. So even if the stars completely miss, he still has a chance. If he doesn't get off ability, he can still do it off the stars. I want to say his average extra turn chance is probably around 60-70%. Maybe 80. hard to tell. There's just so many factors that go into it. Oh, that was a one-shot one. At this point, we're pretty much just going to burn the rest of this booster while doing silver mark farming. Still going to get a bunch of gold from this. It's a little bit less than if we did the other thing. But yeah, based on our calculations, it looks like running Stellarix with a gold booster in Explore 12 is anywhere from about 1 million to 1.5 million an hour in gold. It's a lot of gold. And most of that range is dependent on your VIP bonus and how quick you use it. It was basically a solid mil an hour off of Explore. So you can only do it once a week for an hour like that, so it sounds like a lot, but it's actually not that much. But even if you don't account for that, that's still like, what, 500k an hour, basically. Which is on par with what gold teams have pretty much always been. Because gold teams for a while have pretty much averaged around like that 500k area. Assuming you're at like a middle ground VIP number. Obviously higher VIP, you can do even higher than that. Oh, we just got back-to-back green. So doing 1 million with the booster isn't really that surprising. But how quick it clears out Explore 12 is pretty surprising. Like, it's literally getting the gold rate of actual gold farming teams with pretty much nothing on your team that actually farms gold. Other than a single Leprechaun cast, which gives you 20 with all the ratios on it. Because most gold farming teams, of course, use Cedric. Or even multiple Cedrics. This might actually be one of the few teams, or gold farming teams, since Cedric has existed, that actually doesn't use any Cedric on it. Just because it simply wins so quick. That the speed at which you win is the gold farming team. Like, nothing on the team farms gold, it's just the rate at which you win that farms the gold. I do have to say, this is a ton of fun. It's going to get nerfed in like a few weeks, but it's a ton of fun while it lasts. We're definitely going to be using it a ton this week. Until it gets nerfed within soon. Because I highly doubt they're keeping it this strong. They're going to keep it stronger than before, but definitely not this strong. I'll throw that down. I would love if we could do anything. I would still love if we could do anything. How's this board so bad? There we go. There's a glitch on the dungeon offer on your phone. It says $500 for the daily deal. Oh, that's kind of funny. I wonder if it would actually charge people that much. Also, dungeons have a daily deal? Oh, yeah, dungeons. I thought you said Underspire for a second. I was like, what? Yeah, that makes sense. Hey, does it show on my platform too? We said on mobile. I normally don't even look at that offer. How do you even check it? It's under games, under dungeon. Yeah, mine just says $4.99 though. I am on PC, not mobile. Alright, well, we're doing PvP. Got a little over an hour left. Let's keep going. Stormheim. Come on, give us good ones. Good ones? Oh no, we got Giant and, yeah. I get stuck with double Giant. I think Stormheim's the one I'm going to avoid this week. It's basically Giant, but worse, because you don't have the choice of any weapon. You're still pretty much a pure Giant restriction, but no weapon choice. So this one's slightly easier. Not much, but we'll take what we can get. Did we just full miss wand? Gosh, this is just so much slower. Can I have my Stellarx team back? Everything feels so slow compared to Stellarx. In all fairness, this team was already slow compared to even an average team, let alone Stellarix. Your Giant restriction is pretty fast, is it? What am I doing wrong? Ogress? Using the true damage weapon, Ogress, and Jotnar. So you're going down the true damage route. Interesting. Does true damage really win that quick, though? You still have to cast it like 4 times. It's a lot of times to have to cast. I know we're casting more right now, but we're casting in a way that gives us a lot of our mana back. I guess the ruby thing does give some of its mana back too. I would love if you clicked the right one. It is more fun, though. That is true. The skull build is more fun. Honestly, the funnest team we have access to is the mass ogress. I mean, the mass, oh gosh, what's the thing's name? Team. The mass, I have Argrist team. That one's a ton of fun. You literally just do whatever and the team just wins for you. You do occasionally lose because of it, but it's fun. Just pure chaos every turn. Yeah, he really likes the ruby weapon. I would love to have a turn. Thank you. There we go. And a smash. Surprisingly, that was an extra turn, but we'll take it. Yeah, that's an ideal fight that we want to see, but there we go. Alright, please, bring us back to Stellarix. We got something. Strix, not too bad. Poor Strix got nerfed into the ground, though. We gotta use Zachi now. I'm basically just using Finesse Zachi instead. I think it works, but it's not the same. Luckily, if nothing else, Cattle's still just as broken as he's always been. I really hope we get that for all 6 colored troops by the end of this year. Currently, we only have 2. We have it for green and we have it for yellow. Currently, no other color has that combination. Where you get the Storm into the Empower into the Convert while also using that color. It's a very strong combination of the Empower. Pretty much the new power creep for Empower going forward. But it only exists on 2 colors right now, yellow and green. But I assume by the end of this year we'll have it in every color. I'd sure hope so. Because there's a lot of interesting team building, particularly for pure color restrictions that you could do based on it. And hopefully we soon will have the rest of the colors to work with. What is the best thing for Underspire team this week? What was this restriction? Forest of Thorns? So I think I just rent... actually, right now, I'm actually running with double of the 50% Mana Start Elf. The reason for this is he has 50% Mana Start, as well as full AoE damage. So I've just been spamming him twice. It's been working out pretty well. It's like double him, hero weapon, and like one other thing for mana accumulation. I think I used that one green converter thing. That one green yellow Stormer that converts into green. That also uses green. But I've just been doing that for it. Currently running 2 King Avalon, Hero with Exploder, and Daughter of Summer. Wait, why Daughter of Summer? You'd want to be using that one Yasmin one, or whatever it's called. Daughter of Yasmin. Unless you mean Daughter of Yasmin, you said Daughter of Summer. At the deeper range, I think you would just have to replace out for tankier hero. I don't think there's much of a way to really speed up the team. Just make yourself bulkier to last. What did Isabel mention? I don't see what she's pointing to. I see arrows, but I don't see what the arrows are pointing to. Okay, you are using dagger. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much as quick as you can get. There isn't really much else to trade out for. Hey, good. We're back to Stellarix. Back to our normally scheduled overpoweredness. Actually, I should make a poll. What do you guys think? Do you think they will nerf or keep Stellarix as is? I wish I could type and play at the same time. Is this raid happening today? If not, what day? Wait, what raid? You mean the new faction? Not sure what you mean by raid. But the new faction is happening, yes, in like 5 hours from now. The one for Midnight Kingdom, the circus, the Midnight Circus, or whatever it's called. That's coming out in like 5 hours. Oh, the Terror Raid. Oh, it's already out. It should be out right now, is it not? I don't think I'm doing it tonight, though. Maybe tomorrow night or something. If you guys want to do it together. But, because I'm probably going to take a nap as soon as this stream ends. So we can cover the Midnight Kingdom faction when it comes out tomorrow morning. Because there's no way I'm staying up to like 3, 4 a.m. tonight. I will definitely crash if I try to. Yeah, I'm also very tired. Yeah, we'll do it tomorrow night then. Let's see. Assuming Tyrion's around. It'd be weird just to power it up to nerf it later. Yeah, but there's going to be a lot of conversation on it, so you never know. It wouldn't be the first time they change something and then immediately revert it back. Though if they were to tone it back, I don't think they would turn it all the way back. It'd be like some kind of middle ground. I don't know, let's go make a poll for it, though. Let's see. Oh, I still have the number from earlier. Let's see. Make a poll, make a poll. Start a poll. What do you think they will do with Stellarix after the buff? Let's see. I'll have keep it as is. Nerf it. Buff it again. I'm not sure why I feel the need to put that as an option. And when I say nerf, I don't mean like weaker than before. It could be like any form of nerf. Obviously, they're not going to revert exactly to what it was before. It'll likely be like a middle ground nerf where it's still stronger than what it originally was, but weaker than what it is now. So we have 25 more minutes. Where are we heading? Brown. Yes, keep giving me Stellarix locations. Oh, is this our best? There's no way. That can't possibly be our best mana accumulator. This is like 2016 meta. There's no way that's our best mana accumulator right now. That was like a decade ago mana accumulation option. Is that really the best option we have on Brown these days? We really need that Brown Empower. This is why we need that Empower type on everything. This can't seriously be the best Empower Brown in the game right now that also uses Brown. Because that is so sad if so. His troop hasn't been good in almost a decade. It's so dated that his ability still gives 1 magic to all allies. Back when 1 magic to all allies actually meant anything at all. That's so low, it's effectively 0. The time it takes for it to even apply the 1 magic is wasted relative to the value that it gives. It's almost a negative perk. It is so low. What's that on Stellarix was buffed? His ratio of damage was buffed. It was buffed from a 2.1 times to 3 times its magic as damage. So its magic was not increased, but the ratio at which it does magic damage was increased. By almost 50%. Like, it effectively got a 50% damage buff. A little bit less than 50%. I think it comes out to effectively 45% or something. But it was almost a 50% damage buff. And it was already pretty strong before it had a 50% damage buff. Oh, we're already done with the section. Oh, good. Purple. That's the quickest one. I'm pretty sure this week. Like, if we were to mass farm a location, it would definitely be purple. Well, technically, the Journey nerf was a nerf to new things as well. Like, look at how bad the Journey week is this week because the new troop is so bad. Also, I'm surprised. The poll numbers are pretty high for Keep It As Is. I am kind of curious what the game will look like in a year if Stellarix is left exactly as it is right now. Because there's been a couple things that seemed like power creep in this game at some points. This is definitely one of the bigger ones. As far as establishing power creep. I know, it revived. Whatever shall we do? I gotta click 2 more times within 3 seconds. Make Stellarix a journey troop. Let's see. We need 2 more. I do have to say, Stellarix is so much fun like this. But it's mostly fun because it's broken. Not because it's doing anything more unique. Because its ability is just the same, just bigger damage output. A lot bigger damage output. Oddly enough, in PvP-like situations, it's still countered the same way. All you have to do is just web or silence it. It has no immunities. It does not have impervious. It does not have any immune to anything. You just throw a single effect on it and it's dead. It effectively does nothing. It's just this damage output just really high relative to like the next best alternative. Because the next best alternative is what? Diamantina? And the next best alternative is what? Probably just one of the standard Stellarix or Stellar Dragons. Or standard Gem Dragon. Though of course those don't cover all colors. But the premise of ability is somewhat similar. Wand, King Hildor, Stellarix, and Mirage Queen. Interesting. Yeah, Wand Stellarix is really good. I don't think I mentioned any of it for the video, but I did in the Stellarix teams video I did a couple weeks ago when we first covered him. The main reason I actually dropped Wand from a couple of the teams is mostly for speed's sake. It blocks mana pretty heavily initially. A lot of times you're winning so quickly that it actually slows down more than it helps a lot of times. Though it is really good for Dispel. It also fixes one of the biggest Stellarix's issue in case that it doesn't have immune to any status effects. And of course, Wand makes it immune to every status effect, which fixes one of its biggest issues instantly. Or two of its biggest issues. One of its biggest issues is it can't do anything against Emerge, and it fixes that. The other biggest issue it has is it has no immunities, and it also fixes that. So it basically fixes every problem with them at the cost of covering every mana. So it slows down the team, but it makes it way tankier and capable of hitting everything. Especially if it's combined with like Elementals or something, so you have Stun Curse as well. So you don't even have to worry about spell reduction. No, Zolgoth's still really good. Zolgoth, Stellarix, and stuff still really, really good. We haven't really had an instance where we need it yet, but we will this weekend. High-level factions and a few other modes like that, it is still actually quicker to run insta-kill than it is to run Stellarix. Even with how much damage Stellarix has now, it is still outpaced by insta-kill at really high stats. But we're talking like 300 faction and higher level of stats. But there does eventually become a point where insta-kill is still stronger than Stellarix. Insta-kills will always be viable because of that. Stats eventually just get high enough where you'll always need insta-kill or a similar mechanic to deal with it in a timely manner. Even when something is broken as Stellarix, you still need insta-kill at some point. So hello, Chris. Welcome, welcome. Why did I think that was full mana? I was thinking that like, oh yeah, that'll get us to full mana somehow. Not sure how, but it will. How much booster do we have left? Because I do want to finish up this booster. We have 17 minutes. Honestly, I almost want to go back to explore and farm with Stellarix again. So I should double check. How many silver marks are we up to? Hey, a pet. I think my guild still has one active, so that's not going to do anything, unfortunately. I'm not going to wait it out because we're on a booster right now. I would love to click a button. There we go. I should have done that on red. I needed that troop. Why doesn't it ever revive? I would love for that thing to revive even a single time. I don't think I've ever seen it revive on my team. Obviously, it has a lot less opportunities to. But I still don't think I've ever seen it revive on my side of the team. Maybe like once ever. Aw, nope. We didn't get a pet. Boo. So I feel like I should tweak this team. Problem is we can't use Finesse. The other team got away with it because we can just use Finesse, which goes a very long way. This team doesn't have access to it, so we gotta chip in a different way, using like Zachi and the Mythic, which is a bit slower without being able to gain infinite magic. I know my storm timer. It's almost gone. Oh, he just refreshed it, so I guess that works out. There we go. Get rid of, like, what's the most populated? Get rid of... How's there 19 browns on the board? Oh, so he's using that as a little bit of a pseudo tank, but it keeps dying and not reviving. Come on, I know you can do it. You can get a revive eventually. Come on, you got this. At some point, you're going to revive. Thank you! Finally! It actually did it! It does exist. Oh, but it died before it could even utilize it. Oh, that's sad. It finally revived. And then died within one turn before it could even click it. How's that even happen? Oh, that's really funny. It technically revived, but I still never got to utilize it. These are revives with full mana. But it died within the same turn it died. Or it revived and then died on the same turn because it kept getting damage on it. That's funny. At some point, we will be able to use this thing's revive mechanic. It will eventually happen. Someday we will get value out of it. Is that live wire? Welcome, welcome. Alright, 15 minutes left. Where do we get? If it's an annoying location, I'm just heading to explore. I'm just heading to explore. Let's just write some explore, Stellarix. Try to get some gold out of it, if nothing. Oh yeah, we have a Mimic. Let's go test out Mimic. I almost forgot this was even here. We kind of stopped at the Mimic earlier, got distracted with PvP, and it never came back. Yeah, let's go take this Mimic. See if we can finally get a Horde Mimic out of it. I haven't gotten a Horde Mimic in like 2 years. We got our first 2 within like 2 to 3 months, and then never got another one again. Oh, now's your chance! Stellarix buff is going to give us the luck we need. Maybe we just had to overkill it really hard. Come on, Stellarix. Watch it actually give it to us. We're actually way overdue. I think we're almost like triple over drop rate, if not further at this point. We're actually way over drop rate for our third. Oh, that's good though. 5 Nisha tokens. Not as good as it used to be back in the day, but that's never not good. 5 Nisha tokens in 1 drop. Very nice. Not what we're looking for, but still very nice. Just the first Nisha drop we've gotten in a while too. Nice to see it on a 5 times. Not the first time that's happened, but still a really good drop. Even with how much more common the things are, that is still never not good to see. It's not as good as it used to be, but still good. Yeah, Nisha's... Honestly, even 5 Nisha's like half a bronze medal in a sense. Not exactly, but... like, its value has skyrocketed down. It's kind of insane. Explore really needs a rebalance because of that. Ever since the Orbs of Glory, its loot has just not been as good. I'm more so doing it for the gold right now than anything. Because we're currently still on like 10 minutes left to gold booster. Catch you later, Miss Insane Witch. Have a good night. Yeah, we're going to be calling it soon too. I just want to use up the rest of this booster. Feels a bit of a waste if we let it tick down. Even if we're not using it efficiently. Though what we're doing right now actually is using it pretty efficiently. We're getting over 1 million gold an hour by doing this here. Obviously not the whole time since we're not running the whole thing here, but it's a pretty good gold rate. And dump it all into the guild later. And we get tokens along the way. And who knows, maybe we'll eventually finally get that Horde Mimic. At some point we will get our 3rd one. I still eventually want to get a team of 4 Horde Mimics. Still the hardest team in the entire game to get. We're just going really dry for the 3rd. I should have just taken a purple. Would have been a lot safer. Hey, that reminds me. We still need to go level up that hero class, don't we? I almost forgot about the Midnight hero class. Also because it's so bad. If it was a bit more relevant, I'm pretty sure I would have already 100'd it by now, but there's just not really a use case for it in the current state of the game, or even ever. It's just a weird mix of spell and skull. And there are better skull-oriented classes, and there are better spell-oriented classes. Like, it's trying to be like a Titan mix class, where it does both. But it does in a weird way that doesn't work. Titan's rather unique in that it's actually both mana accumulation, spell-oriented, and skull-oriented. And it works. But this one's trying to do that, but fails very horribly at doing so. Like, they almost tried to recreate a Titan situation, but it just ends up being completely useless. It's not the worst class in the game, but it's pretty far down there. It's like the higher end of the top 5. Or it's more like the 5th worst or 4th worst. Hey, an Anu. Wow, we're doing really good tonight. We've gone 3 Anus and 5 niches tonight. In all fairness, all 5 of those were from a single Horde Mimic, but still. That's not too bad for how little Explore we've done tonight. Well, not little, but we've done about a total of 25 minutes of Explore tonight total. We've gotten 3 Anus and 5 niches in that time, which is a pretty good haul for how the amount of time we put in. Up 7 minutes of boost still left. Yeah, I might just use the all and Explore at this point, instead of just hopping around everywhere. Even just in 7 minutes, we're gonna get a good, like, almost 200,000 gold. And we only get to use this booster once a week, so might as well. Honestly, we should really dump the whole hour on Explore every time. I don't think I'm going to, because that means every week we'd have to do like an hour straight of Explore with no bricks. But I don't know, we'll do it for some of the amount of time, if nothing else. Especially if Stellarix is still going to be this strong going forward. Hey, another Mimic. Can we get 2 5 times Mimics in one night? It's actually been a while since we've gotten 2 in one day. Mostly because we've been doing so little Explore 12 lately. There's about a 10% chance a Mimic will become a 5 times Mimic. Let's see, can we get one? The back-to-back 5 times? No. We just got junk. Got a wide spread of junk. Can't get that lucky. I needed that. Arguably, that's why you have 2 mana accumulators. In case of emergency, click other one. So I never noticed how much blood is on that wolf. Its whole underside is just blood. I'm not sure how I just never noticed that on that thing. Yeah, double Rainia. Honestly, any metals are kind of fine at this point. If anything, the lower rarity ones are almost more important. Well, they're not, because you can always use a higher one in place of a lower one, I guess. Which actually, now that Nishas aren't as usable on Mythics anymore, one really weird thing you can do with Nishas now is it's kind of better value due to the meddling system, like the Orbs of Glory. It's kind of better value now to use a Nisha Orb for the final level, or not a Nisha Orb, but Nisha Metal, for the final level of a Legend. Because that saves you 3 Anus, which saves you, if you're going to use one of those, a gold medal. You know, a gold glory. If you somehow already maxed out every mythic in the game. So, if you're actually getting to that point where you will eventually get enough gold medals to max everything, it would actually be better to use your Nishas for the final level of every legend. Which the other way around... It was pretty much the other way around back in the day. Though ever since the glory medals from a year ago, has basically been the strategy now. It went from using 3 Anus to get your first level on a mythic, which you would never do these days, to what it is now, where you would use 1 Nisha to get the first level, or the final level of a legend. As you get more value from it, using it downwards now instead of upwards. Mostly because mythics are basically entirely covered by Orbs of Glory now. Mostly because the rate at which you get Nishas is so slow compared to the rate at which you get Glory medals. Even things like gold are still obtained at a way quicker pace than which you get Nishas. You need 27 Nisha tokens to get even 1 single mythic upgraded. That's a lot that you'll end up needing. Even this stream with us getting lucky, we got 5. It's not even 1/5 of a mythic maxed. Even with 5 of them. So getting that many is also very lucky. The average hour, you could easily go 0 Nisha tokens. You can go hours just getting 1. Not 1 whole medal, 1 just token, which is 1/9 of a medal. It's definitely something they need to look into in the future. Buffing Explore 12. Like many things in this game that need rebalance. It's on the very, very long list of things that should be tweaked. But who knows? Maybe they're just going to keep every single... Maybe that's what they're going to do this year. Maybe every single, like, nearly every week this year, they're just going to randomly drop something. Like last week, or technically earlier this week, it was the Journey nerf. Then later this week was, or technically the next week after, if you really consider it that way, was the Stellarix buff. And then maybe next week they'll throw something else at us. Maybe that's their strategy this year. Just one very gigantic change every week until everything's back in balance. Just one just completely off-the-wall change every week. That would keep things interesting. To say the least. If they just mega nerf or mega buff one thing every week for an entire year. It'd be a very interesting year. I think we're almost out of timer. Stealth drop a new crazy weapon? They've done that before. They did that with the Ruby... What's it called? Because that one Ruby weapon came out of nowhere. They didn't release a weapon for a campaign pass in like a 1.5 to 2 years prior. And then out of nowhere, they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna just drop this weapon. And it was on like the Thursday of the week. It wasn't even on Monday. You think the forums would explode from that idea? Well, so far this year, they've kind of done that. I'm not sure if they're going to do it all year. Probably not. Yeah, so far this year, almost every week, they've done something absurdly off the wall. But definitely keep things interesting. Just every week, some kind of ultra mega change. There's something fundamental within the game. I think they would run out of ideas, though, to do it every single week. Mongo becomes OP. Yeah, there are a couple of mega RNG troops in the game. None of them are really effective, though. Even if they did their best option at 100% of the time, they still wouldn't even be viable. Even if you got to choose their best option. If there were like an either-or troop with like 10 different options, they still wouldn't be worth it. Because even their best case scenario barely does anything. I'm not even sure what the full list of what Mongo does even is these days. They end up adding a bunch to it, and I think it's like almost 20 different things now. It's a very long list of very weird things that make no sense. Some of them are okay, though. I think one of them is a Devour or a Mash Explode or something for 12 mana cost. That's too inconsistent, obviously. And Arania. How much time do we have left? Oh, it's over! Oh, there we go. Hey, look, we got to 88 million gold. Wow, that means... Wait. What? No, I started at 87. I was like, wait, did I start at 81 million gold? No, it was 87 million. Wait, that means we got 1 million gold this stream. A little over 1 million gold, which makes sense because we were just saying that that's about 1,100 gold an hour. Or 1 million, you know, it's basically like 1.2 million an hour. What we were just doing. And we did that for like half an hour of that hour booster and everything. So yeah, I guess that checks out. The rest of the time was on PvP and just messing around some other modes. But yeah, we earned like about 1 million this stream. That's not too bad. Though we already calculated out that what we were just doing was about 2.2 million an hour, so I guess it checks out. Only reason why it's lower is because we were doing PvP and other stuff. It wasn't just all explore, obviously. But anyways, guys, I think we'll end it there for now. We will be back tomorrow, same time as always, 1 hour prior to now tomorrow, about 2 hours, or sorry, 2 hours prior to now tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as we do every single night. I mean, hey, we actually basically got 750 silver too, nice. I guess I'll get the other 750 silver over the next 3 days. Obviously, we don't need them for any pet, but I want to have them preemptively, I guess. Still pretend we're trying to get 1,500, even though there's nothing to spend it on. But, yeah, the game plan for tomorrow, obviously Midnight Kingdom. I'll be covering a video for it early in the morning. I won't be able to do it super early because I'm probably going to be sleeping. However, I'll try to get it up soon, or, you know, at some point early. I probably won't be able to get it up really early because in 4 hours and 12 minutes, I will probably be sleeping. But when I wake up, I'll try to cover it as soon as we can. Let's have a video going over teams, the layout, the 4 new troops, all that good stuff. I'm not even sure what they do right now. I'll also learn what they do tomorrow. Because honestly, I don't even... I looked at them like probably 2 months ago or a month ago, peeking at what they did. Though in recent time, I have no clue what they do. Plus, they might have been tweaked by then, so... but yeah, we have a new faction tomorrow. We'll cover that in a video. We'll mess with it on stream. We'll probably be doing a lot of faction. Almost all of tomorrow night's stream will be just running the faction. And yeah, we'll go from there. Anyways, guys, I hope you all have a wonderful week, wonderful weekend. I'll catch you guys soon. Feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps a lot and is greatly appreciated. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye, everyone. And thanks for watching.